To Team Smoggy Carton, and we're back with the MRC, the Gt3 World Series. This is round 3, lobby 2 at Deep Forest. I hope everyone's well this evening. Absolutely blistering weather outside. As we've just joined live on lobby 2, we are now, just bear with me, sorry about that. Just make sure we are live. I think we are. Yep, we're live. That's good. So sorry about that, guys. So, like I say, we're back with the MRC World Series. And like I say, we're still in the old practice session. So, after last week, as you might as well know, driver of the day came down to Sanchez for his performance over the 2 races. And this week's, obviously, again, if you want to put down in the comments, please do, who your driver of the day is. So this is a 43 lap race. There's only one person out at the moment, we'll just jump on him. After last week's races as well, there was a few incidents put into the stewards, but deemed just racing incidents, so no one's got penalty points, which is a good thing. We are missing a few people as well tonight due to the fact they haven't paid their internet bills, so they will be missed. So far we've got 7 people. And I think there's a few more to turn up as well, so it's still a bit early for them. I'm just getting things moving at the moment. Again, I hope everyone's enjoyed this weather all week, nice and warm. So at the moment, on practice, it's Dimpy Limpy on a 126.8, so he's the fastest at the moment. And then we have Infinity James, probably second. Sanchez, Fat Pickles. Nope, Fat Pickles has gone fastest. So he'd be second. Again, we're just qualifying's at 10 to 9. And then the race starts at 9 o'clock. Only again a few people out at the moment. Just getting some last minute practice in. Again, it's going to be down to strategy, tyre wear, fuel wear. Obviously slightly increased as well. I think mainly the fuel is slightly increased. I might be wrong. Sort some little bits out for you. And we'll go through the chart of the league chart, sorry. I'll get to it. Do apologise if I'm a little bit rusty tonight. There it is. So the points have obviously been updated as well. So coming towards this race, we do have Fat Pickles Bro still out in the lead with 76, Sanchez on 63, Dimpy on 57, Infinity James 51, Berserker Boy 45, Crazy Mac 37, Centino 31, Fast JMS 31, but obviously he's changed his car as well. Last week he did change the car to the Porsche instead of the Subaru. Just needs to be changed on the chart. Then it's JCW with 23 points. MacGyver also on 23 points. SROM on 20 after being a naughty boy in the first race. And then we have P-Gip on 12 points. So that's your table up to date. And we'll jump into League One and we'll give you the top 3. Obviously, we do have the free lobbies still. So, obviously, again, I will just mention that Golden Brownie is covering the comms for Lobby 1, and Crazy Brit is covering the comms for Lobby 3. So, Lobby 1, the top three, is Dark Clark, 77, Judge Pickle, 55, Donkey John, 52. League 3, we have Rossi on 70, Kenobi on 68, and No Neck Monster on 60. So that's pretty much all pretty much level, I think, across the three lobbies, which isn't too bad. Again, if you do like this type of racing, if you want to get involved, come and join the MRC Facebook page, or drop me a message on here. See Infinity James just getting it wrong there. Also Fat Prickles getting it wrong coming off the exit of the last corner. So it won't be long now, a couple more minutes. And then we'll go into qualifying. I think we have 8 people in so far. We do have P. Gibb, who's one of the stand-ins, has joined. And it looks like he's racing the Ferrari, the newer version. And then we have Santino, obviously out in the Supra still. Infinity James in the Lambo. Sanchez also in the Supra. Fat Pickles in the Suzuki VGT. Yeah, we just had the confirmation there from Fast JMS, 2150 for quali. Go through, so a few of the guys still in the garage, obviously just waiting now, just getting the mindsets into place. And obviously some just getting them last few laps in, just to make sure they've got the right tyres. Obviously, again, depends on which ones they want to take at the start of the race. Again, everyone's going to have a different strategy. A real big different strategy on this. So it's going to be interesting to see again on who's going to come out on top. He gave out in the Ferrari again. Only a couple of laps practice for him. Infinity James again. Some of these guys have had a midweek practice just to try and test out their strategies, mainly. See if there's anything wrong, anything that can change. Out. Again, like I say, we are missing a few, but again, things do happen in life. And we do have one S-ROM. Obviously, he's decided he's going away tomorrow and he's forgot to pack. To be honest, I'd rather race and then pack my clothes, but each to their own. Moment, obviously Dimpy has put the fastest practice time in at 1:26, and And we're ready to go, quali now. See there, Fat Pickles just cutting the grass. And the spin. As we all get ready, who's the first one going to come out the pit lane? Do have someone, I think. We have to go down the list. There we go. It's Fast JMS. Again, first one out, then Centino, then P-Gib, and then Infinity James, and then Fat Pickles. So the guys are going to try and get as many quick laps in as they can on the soft tyre. So this endurance race, you have to use all 3 compounds, and you have to do a minimum of 3 laps on each. Some people do think the hard tyre is, you know, the awkward one, and we'll only do 3 laps on it, so that's your out lap, your in lap. No, sorry, your out lap, fast lap, and then your in lap, and then the swapping back over to another tyre choice. But as long as you use all 3 compounds at least once, then it's up to you after that. Already, Centino jumped over the pit lane line, so he's got a 3-second penalty, so that's gonna, it may or may not ruin it. No, he's slowing down now. Obviously, P-Gib didn't know which way to go there. But at the moment, it's going to be Fast JMS who's going to start leading the fastest laps for quali. So we're going to stay on board with Fast JMS at the moment. See how he goes. As he comes down the start finish straight, coming towards the first corner, which is a tight hair, well, pretty tight hairpin, but it does open up toward out on the exit. Again, I think there's about maybe two racing lines you can use on that one. Now he comes through the S's, Snake, and then he comes to a tight right hander under the bridge, and then another tight right hander which opens up, and then it's quickly onto a left hander. Again through some more S's, a little short stint, and then back onto the left hander, and now this long curvy straight, if you want to put it. Comes back down towards the hairpin, the last turn. So not many turns on this circuit, so it's quite a short circuit as well. There's P-Gib in second at the moment. Coming back down to the start finish. See his time now. He drops a 1:27.9. P-Gib a 1:27.1. So P-Gib's up the first. 1:29 for Centino. Infinity James a 1:27.5. See Mac. 1:28.7. Then we have Fat Pickles next. No, we have P-Gib moved up to first. So it's just Fat Pickles and Dimpy. Fat Pickles hasn't registered a time. Dimpy. Now we know this lad's fast. See how he gets on. Comes down to the last corner. Evening, MacGyver. Hope you're well. Obviously, it's a shame you missed the race. And again, he hasn't registered a time for Dimpy. So again, they've still got plenty of time. They're only just below the 5-minute marker. going to try again. But at the moment, it is up to Pete Gibb now. 127.1 fastest. Oh, now Sanchez has moved slightly faster. Of a 127.164. Infinity James still third. Fat Pickles fourth on a 127.5. Fast GMS 127.8. CMAC 128.2. Santino a 128.6. And obviously just Dimpy needs to register a lap. Can he do it on this lap now? Oh, gets a little bit leery coming off the exit. Hopefully it doesn't hamper him too much. Comes down the start finish. Is this going to be? He does. He drops the fastest lap in so far of a 126.9. So Dimpy's out in front at the moment. Just under, 4 minutes left to go on quali. Yeah, MacGyver. Yeah, I see in the chat. Just admit you never paid your bill, lol. Only joking, yeah. Hopefully your internet gets sorted soon, lad. So you get back on track. But it's great that you've joined in on the comms, appreciate it. And all the rest who are joining and watching, again, do appreciate it. Same as the guys who've put the logo on the cars. Again, if you do like this stuff, please do like and subscribe. Move over now. We'll have Sanchez come through the midsection, which is not the trickiest part, but obviously it will take, if you do get it wrong, it will eat the time. So I think this is the part that you need to get right. Obviously you've got 2 long straights. And I have P. Gibb out in third at the moment. Fast is in the pits. Probably just changing his tyres over, see if he can just swap them over. Get a bit more grip. P. Gibb now up the third. Sorry, still in third. I will get these things right one day. Infinity James still fourth. Fat Pickles fifth at the moment. Also, just to reiterate, guys, that qualifying does not allow slipstreaming. So it's all down to the car and the driver to put that fast time in. In race condition, though, the slipstreaming is on. Fat Pickles moves up to fourth. I know there's only 8 guys in the lobby at the moment, but 8's better than nothing. C-Mac out in 7th at the moment. Can he squeeze a bit more power out that Beamer? Fast JMS 6. Not long left now for quali. Dimpy set another fastest lap. Few scrapes there, extra. Again, how many are in within a second? So the top 6 are literally within 1 second. And then you've got the last 2 again, like last week. 2 of them are just over a second, or round about a second if they can improve their times. Fat Pickles has improved his time. He moves into first, so he's got ahead of Dimpy by 0.41. And there's not much difference, really not much difference between their both tyre wears. at the moment on the softs. Very little to nothing. And then we have Sanchez in third. So obviously we're coming up to the end now. So that's a final lap for most people now. Dimpy, again, he's pulled it out the bag. He's pulled another fast lap on Fat Pickles. Again, there's nothing between these two at the moment. So Dimpy's done with his quali. So is Fat Pickles. Sanchez, he's still going. I think he's down on his time a little fraction, but he might be able to make it up. Fast JMS has set a new personal best as well of a 127.6. P Gib, obviously he's done his run. So is Infinity James, Fast JMS, C-Mac still on a faster, and Santino's done. So we've still got two. No, C-Mac just hasn't improved. And that's qualifying done with, guys. So we'll have a quick look rundown. Ooh, wrong one. And that's your starting grid. Top 8. So we have Dimpy in first, Fat Pickles in second, Sanchez in third, P Gib fourth, Infinity James fifth, 6th is Fast JMS, 7th is C-Mac, rounding out is Santino in 8th. And has someone else joined in? Oh, and S-Rom has joined in right at the last minute. So obviously, sorry guys, it's going to take a couple of minutes to redo the grid. So please bear with us. Obviously, S-Rom decided that not packing his bags isn't eventful. So I'll just click on that just to get that out of the way so Fast JMS can get the grid sorted quicker. Obviously, Jamie's just commented, yeah, you just need to put 50p in your meter, mate. That's all it is. Or your hamsters ran out of energy. Coles did the old man pack, so basically he's just put his crackers into a suitcase and that's him done. So again, we're just waiting. See, once the lobby gets sorted and stuff, we should be ready. Just 21:06 is the start time. So if you guys who are watching, if you want to go and have a quick pit stop yourselves, go for it. So again, it's going to be a 43 lap race. So it's going to be interesting with strategies, especially with the cars that are involved. Again, guys, while you're watching, do leave a comment at the end of the race who your driver of the day was. Obviously not yourselves, or if you were participating this evening. Obviously it just helps along. Again, it's just a bit of fun for Lobby 2. Just brings a little bit more to the game as well. Again, I do overtake of the week, but it will be very, very tricky to do. But if you feels like there's someone had a good overtake, do comment. Yeah, we're just waiting now. Still, so it shouldn't be too long at all. Why it's nice and warm, why not crack a beer open? Lovely weather for it. Unless you are really like me and don't like the heat. I prefer winter. And it looks like we are ready. And we'll get the nonsense on. Get up to Dimpy, who's out in first. Again, false starts will be penalised. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Long pause and away they go. Everyone's going to get away cleanly. Does look like P. Gibb bogged down a little bit there. Dimpy out in front with Fat Pickles behind. Sanchez still keeps his first place. Down to the first corner. S-Rom has moved up to 6th, 7th. He's going to make his mind up, so he's moving further up. Everyone gets away cleanly, but this is the sector that's could cause a few issues. C-Mac just gets it on the grass a little bit there. Vinny James on the inside of him. As we go around, Fast JMS has dropped a few places. Centino out at the back. As we move up, see how it's going. Fat Pickles under fire coming from Sanchez. Oh, a little bit of a nudge there from Sanchez on the exit. We have P. Gibb up in 4th. Finty James 5th. C-Mac 6th. S-Rom 7th. Fast JMS 8th. Centino's 9th. But he's going to overtake. JMS gets the inside of it. Into the airpin. Gets the job done. Can Duncan make the... No, he doesn't. He doesn't make the switch back. So he's going to sit behind Centino. So that's near enough lap 1 out in the books. Oh, and Dimpy's picked up a half-second penalty. Not what he's needed. That's going to make him suffer. As the penalty line's on the back straight. Fat Pickles holding 2nd. Oh, and Sanchez tries and sends it up the inside. Fat Pickle sees it, puts the power down early, gets it done. As we move through the field again. Oh, P. Gibb, just a little bit of a slide here and there. Let's go through the tyre wear choices shortly. Once things settle down a little bit. And these guys, again, lap 2, no incidents, which is great to see so far. S-Rom trying to make a charge to get up further up the field. Obviously, if he's going to have an incident, he's going to be tangoed in that livery. Sanchez now making the move on Fat Pickles, still doesn't quite do it. We'll jump on board with Fat Pickles. See Dimpy, he's took his penalty and still kept the lead. So he's managed to get the one. Sanchez has sent it through. What a move that was. Sorry, I do have missed most of it. But Fat Pickles is now coming back. Fat Pickles is on the outside of him. Trying to just to keep it enough space between them. But Sanchez has just got the inside line. But can Fat Pickles bring the switch back round on him? He's going to try it. He's going to try and send it over early. not quite. He's got another lap to do it though. He's still on the tail of him, but Fan Sanchez is now chasing down Dimpy. Again, no one's really moved. I'll move up and jump on board with Dimpy. See the tyre choices. So obviously Sanchez is on the softer tyre at the moment, but Dimpy's doing a hell of a good job in on the hards, keeping it out in first. As you can see, he's got the full lot behind him. That Beamer of the Z4 literally got some power. Keeps it to the inside. He's going to make Sanchez work for it. He sent Sanchez round the outside. Where is Sanchez? Can Sanchez get the cut back? Oh, Dimpy. He's got slides. Not what he needed. But he's kept Sanchez behind him. Fat Pickles has come in the pits. He's had enough of them hard tyres. Same as Fat Pickles is coming, and someone else. Let's jump down. And it's Infinity James also coming off the hard tyres. And we have Esrom now moved up the fourth. Sanchez has got past Dimpy, but Dimpy's not giving up. So this is going to be an interesting one. P-Gib coming under fire from Esrom. Again, P-Gib's on the hard tyres. Esrom's on the mediums. Centino on softs. And we have Fast JMS on softs. C-Mac on the mediums. Fat Pickles filled up, put on the mediums. Same as Infinity James, mediums and a full tank. But we'll move back up. Fast JMS now chasing down Centino. Can he get the job done? Coming down to the hairpin. Is he going to do a late manoeuvre? Or is he going to get the switch back on Centino? No, he sits behind him. Centino runs it slightly wide there. P-Gib. And Esrom. Esrom's got past up the third. Dimpy in the pits. He's had enough of them hard tyres already. So now it's Sanchez out in front. By just short of 3 seconds. Up 3 seconds now. And then we have Esrom now in second. P-Gib third. Then Centino fourth. Fast JMS fifth. C-Mac sixth. Dimpy's still in the pits. Obviously he's going to go for a full tank. What's he going to come out on? He's come out on the mediums. He's not too far behind Fat Pickles. Oh, he's got in front of Fat Pickles. I do apologise. He's got in front of Fat Pickles and Infinity James. Again, I know these guys have practiced this week, so obviously if they've got the right strategy, it's going to work for them, but we will see. Oh, it does look like C-Mac's running a little bit slow there, or was that just the game? And we have Fast still chasing down Centino. Also Centino's chasing down P-Gib. Move up. Centino tries to get up the inside. It's not going to work. P-Gib's got wide. C-Mac running it wide on the exit. P-Gib, he's coming in the pits. Again, hard tyres used, done, ticked off. Get him out the way. Again, there's going to be some great battles here, I think. I'm not even 10 minutes into the race, but Sanchez at the moment out in first. Esrom's gone up to second. Can he chase down Sanchez? Again on different tyre compounds at the start. Centino third. But Fast JMS still waiting under a second with him. Then we have C-Mac. Dimpy chasing down, but he's got he's got Fat Pickles behind. Ooh, a bit of a slide there for Dimpy. And then we have Infinity James out in 8th. And then we have P. Gibb. Obviously, he's been in the pits, swapped the tyres over, got a full tank. These two guys, obviously, in the top 3 at the moment of the league standings. So they want to be close to each other. Personal best there for Fat Pickles. And they're both on the mediums. Then we have C-Mac still out in 5th, just out on his own at the moment. No one to race with. Then we have Fast still out in 4th. Gaps not much changed much between him and Centino. And then obviously the gap between Sanchez and Esrom is starting to grow that little bit. It's now 4.4. Obviously again the different tyres they're on, so Esrom's going to be a little bit slow, but there you can see Centino, he's got a half-second penalty. That is going to fall him into the clutches of Fast JMS, and hopefully Fast JMS will put the move on him as they come down to the back straight where the penalty line is. We'll stay with this battle at the moment. Does Fast JMS get it? Centino's got the inside door, that's the thing. He runs it a little bit wide. Fast JMS tries to avoid him. Fast JMS couldn't do nothing about it, which is very unlucky. Again, where that penalty line is quite an awkward place to have it, obviously, especially with only half a second. But again, Fast JMS is not giving up though. And we'll move down the field. Dimpy does look like he's starting to carve out the time between him and C-Mac, but he's got Fat Pickles right behind him still. Then Infinity James and P. Gibb just rounding out the top 9. Sanchez starting to pull that gap now, but he's on the soft tyre, and that soft tyre on the front right is starting to dissolve. Esrom on the mediums. Can he make up some more time? As that front tyre of Sanchez's does start to run down. Fast JMS, he has got past Centino. What's happened to Centino? He's down to 5th. Do apologise, as he had an incident. May have had an incident. But he's on the back of C-Mac though. Can he do something now? C-Mac keeps it on the inside. He's going to make Centino do the work. Side by side, but has Centino got through? Does look like he's got through. But C-Mac still holding the inside though. He's not giving up. And he has now, Centino's now up to 4th. So he must have had a bit of an incident. Maybe a bit of a slide or something coming out one of the exits. So that's Fast JMS now up to 3rd. Sanchez, that time's starting to drop now. Esrom, ooh, a little bit of a slide there coming off the exit. Then we have Fast JMS. He's going to start chasing down. Centino, 4th. C-Mac, 5th. Again, C-Mac still sticking with Centino at the moment. And then we have Dimpy starting to bring that time down with him and C-Mac, but he's still got Fat Pickles behind him. That gap's not really changed really too much. And then Infinity James still out in 8th. Again, these guys did pit early on in the race, obviously just to get rid of that hard tyre. And then we have P. Gibbs still out in 9th, not too far behind, just over 2 seconds behind Infinity James. Just let it run a little bit wide there, just got to be careful on the exit of that corner, you will get a penalty. And then we have Infinity James out in 8th. Fat Pickles 7th. Oh, he's starting to close down Dimpy a little bit more. And they're both on the hard tyre. Fat Pickles got a little bit more fuel than him as well though. So again, the strategies, again, all totally different. Fat Pickles has also got the fastest lap of a 1:27.492. And then we have C-Mac. Jump on board with C-Mac actually. Go around Forest, Deep Forest. So as you can see, Centino's out in front of him in 4th. Still under a second though. Personal best sector there for C-Mac. Moment, no one's behind C-Mac at the moment, but that time is still dropping down between him and Dimpy. Thing is, at the moment, it's still quite a considerable gap, so C-Mac just needs to concentrate on trying to chase down Centino. I do get these two guys mixed up between Centino and Sanchez, as they both have the same car and livery. So, down to the first turn, hairpin. 2 ways of doing it: run it wide and go deeper into the apex and exit, or go into the apex and let it run wide through the snake. Get as much as the curb as you can on them, just to get the rotation on it, especially the front. Again, same as this corner, try and get it rotated as best you can without trying to lose too much speed. Through the quick S, a little short straight, and another left-hander. Again, cut as much as you can, don't go too wide, otherwise you will incur the penalty. Now down to the back straight, through the tunnel. Tunnel 1, now tunnel 2. Still a personal best for C-Mac. Get as late as you can on the brakes, get it turned. Try not to go wide on the exit of this corner as well. Ooh, a little bit of a slide there. And it's Centino in the pits now. S-Rom's in the pits. There's 2. So C-Mac's going to gain some places. So now he's up to 3rd. And a personal best time for C-Mac as well. As we go around the first turn, again, a little bit wide on the exit, not too much. Through the S's. A little bit of a jink there. And that's pretty much a lap of Deep Forest, guys. Thanks, C-Mac, appreciate it. Sanchez, ooh, he's going to have to come in the pits. His fuel lights on, and his front tyres are degrading. But he's 11 seconds ahead, well, nearly 12 seconds ahead of Fast JMS, but he's going to lose that position. Dimpy obviously up to 4th. He's got Fat Pickles still behind him. These two guys not giving up whatsoever. And we'll see now, does Sanchez come in? No, he doesn't. He's going to stay out another lap. But he's going to have to pit this lap, otherwise he's going to run out of fuel. And we have Fast. Obviously his fuel lights on. He's going to do another lap as well. He's got a little bit more fuel than Sanchez. And then we have C-Mac. Again, staying out for another lap. And then we have Dimpy and Fat Pickles. Again, Dimpy's going to come in the near future, I think, in the next few laps. Fat Pickles got more fuel than Dimpy. Then we have Infinity James. Then P Gibb moving up to 7th. S-Rom 8th. Obviously he's gone in the pits. Obviously he's put the softs on. Centino come out on. He's come out on the mediums. But it's Sanchez. He's going to have to pit now. Does he pit? It does look like he's going to pit. And he does. So where does this bring these guys out now? Fast JMS is also going to have to pit. He does. And C-Mac. And there's Dimpy. He's literally just wiped that time down between him and C-Mac. And Dimpy's come in the pits. No, he hasn't. He's just mistaken me there. But he's going to stay out. So now he moves up to 3rd. C-Mac. He's risking this all for nothing. He's literally... Oh, and Sanchez comes out. Dimpy gets ahead. And Fat Pickles has just got stuck in between them both. But C-Mac, is he risking it with that fuel shortage there? Has he got enough for this lap? Sanchez gets up the inside of him. Fat Pickles has got past as well. So it's fast out at the moment. Oh, he's also got literally had any fuel left. He's literally pushing this car to the edge. Dimpy, his fuel light's on. He's going to have to come in the pits. Sanchez, 3rd. And we have 4th. C-Mac. Fat Pickles has dropped down again. Must have had a little bit of an incident there between these guys. Obviously just trying to sort themselves out. Literally, C-Mac is on fumes. He's very, very brave for doing that. That is very brave. But Sanchez back out in front. But he's on the hard tyre. He's going to be coming in about maybe 3 laps. Fat Pickles, medium tyre. Can he chase down Sanchez? Just over 3 seconds between them. Infinity James moved up to 3rd. He's on the mediums. P Gibbs 4th. S-Rom 5th. Fast JMS 6th. Centino. Fast JMS just gets out in front of Centino. Dimpy on the mediums in 8th. And then we have C-Mac on the hards in 9th. That was some great racing there, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Again, just leaving that fuel stop to the last minute could have had consequences. S-Rom still in 5th. P Gibb foot back up to 4th, obviously with the pit stops. Infinity James 3rd. And then we have Fat Pickles in 2nd. He is starting to close down with Sanchez now. The gap's coming down. Again, it's going to be down to strategies. Infinity James 3rd. P Gibb 4th. S-Rom 5th. Dimpy out in 6th at the moment. Obviously another lap or 2 and then mediums will start to kick in for him. Fast JMS out in 7, holding off Centino and C-Mac. Again, Fast JMS was pondering if he was going to have someone to race with only a few people in tonight. But Centino sends it in the inside, gets the job done as he ran it wide, slightly. But Fast JMS is coming back at him. C-Mac's still there as well in 9th. Centino's on the mediums, Fast JMS on the hards. Again, strategies are going to be played different to each one. I do think the hard tyre does work on some tracks after about 5 laps once they start to kick in. Again, C-Mac now also on a charge. He's also on the hard tyre. Hasn't put as much fuel in than Fast, so it'll be interesting to see. C-Mac goes to the inside, thinks about it, tucks back in behind Fast. Move up the field, Dimpy still out in 6th at the moment. Again, it's still early days, we're only nearly 25 minutes into this race. S-Rom, 5th, after starting at the back. A late entry as well. Ooh, he's now put the purple sectors in. He's on the soft tyre as well. He's got no slipstream off anyone. Again with that Tango, Fanta, sorry, is it Fanta or Tango? Fanta. Livery. Again, if he does make a mess up of this, he will be tangoed though. As he comes down to the final corner of the hairpin. Get it as wide as he can. Gets the apex. And we have Sanchez and Infinity James back in the pits. So again, it's going to be all change at the top. Sanchez is obviously he's done with the hard tyre. Oh, that needs to be checked, I think. Maybe I may be wrong. Has he come in the lap early? I don't know. I don't think he has, no. I think it's just the way that it was. If I am wrong, I do apologise. But out in front now is Fat Pickles. 6, nearly 7 seconds ahead. P. Gibb up at the 2nd. 3rd is S-Rom. Dimpy now up the 4th. Then we have Sanchez 5th. Centino 6th. Infinity James 7th. 8th is Fast JMS, and rounding out is C-Mac in 9th. Then we'll move up the field again. Everyone just seems a little bit spaced out at the moment. As we go through, Fat Pickles now back in the pits. Another pit stop. Go through, so now P. Gibb has inherited 1st place, S-Rom 2nd, Dimpy back up the 3rd. Fat Pickles 4th. Obviously he's come out with the medium tyres and the full tank. Sanchez in 5th. He's on the mediums as well. He's a little bit worn in. Centino 6th. Infinity James 7th. Fast is 8th. Again, see Max 9th, but he's not giving up just yet. Fat Pickles still holds the fastest lap at the moment. But this is the battle right here, right now, is Fat Pickles and Sanchez. Down the back straight. Again, we have Dimpy out in third. Nope. Big Ib. 6 second lead over S-Rom. Oh, just dropped down now to below 6. But S-Rom's tyres now. Oh, he's starting to slide. Them tyres are starting to suffer. Really suffering. Dimpy, he's 19 seconds away from S-Rom. But it's Fat Pickles still out in 4th. And Sanchez 5th. Centino's not too far behind in 6th. Then we have Infinity James, Fast JMS, and C-Mag. So we'll move up the field again. Sanchez at the moment just can't seem to catch that Suzuki at the moment. Both on the same tyre. Well, that Suzuki does have a hell of a lot of straight line speed. It's just the cornering ability is not the greatest. So with having 2 long straight, it's helping Fat Pickles out at the moment. Obviously, Fat Pickles is also a veteran of the MRC. Dimpy. Oh, P. Gibbs in. He's in the pits. So S-Rom's moved up to 1st. And Dimpy's going to move into 2nd. Now can P. Gibb get out in front? No, he doesn't. He's dropping down the order at the moment. So, about halfway through. So we're on 21 laps. Dimpy, can he chase down S-Rom? S-Rom's still he's gonna suffer with them tyres now. Lack of grip. He's gonna have to be careful of that exit of that corner as well. You will get a penalty if you run all 4 tyres over it. And then we have Dimpy to Fat Pickles, is just over 4 seconds. So again, some times are closing down, some aren't. But Centino there, now getting chased down by P. Gibb. We'll jump on board with P. Gibb. We'll see his point of view. So he's stuck between Centino and Infinity James. I see up ahead as well, Sanchez and Fat Pickles. Gets it down to 1st gear on that corner. And Centino takes a little bit of a wider line. Down start finish. Coming up to the 1st corner, about 75 metres to brake. Get it hooked up. Power on the exit. Infinity James still not too far behind up in the Lambo. Ooh, a little bit of slide there from P. Gibb. Gets the car collected. Puts it back into the situation of racing. Now he's starting to close up on Centino. Oh, Centino gets a wobble. Literally on the back end of Centino now. Oh, Centino runs it really wide. Will he incur a penalty there? I think he's just missed the penalty. P. Gibb, purple sector. Can P. Gibb send it on the inside of this hairpin? He's thinking about it. No, he doesn't. Again, Centino runs it wide. Now P. Gibbs gets the chance. Easy overtake there for P. Gibb. Back up to 5th. Great racing. Sanchez. 4th. Fat Pickles. 3rd. Dimpy still out in 2nd. Slowly starting to close that gap on S-Rom. Again, his tyres are really suffering now. Again, these two, obviously, cars are totally different in fuel as well. P-Gibb. Centino. Now Centino's going to come under fire shortly from Infinity James. We have Fast under fire from C-Mac as well. So some good battles going on at the moment. But Fast is doing a good job keeping C-Mac at bay at the moment as well. Back to Infinity James, who runs it a little bit wide on the exit. But again, he's not just over a second. Literally just over a second from Centino. Can he chase him down? Obviously, Infinity James has got the better tyre wear at the moment of the two. P. Gibbs starting to pull away from Centino's and starting to chase down Sanchez. And then we have Fat Pickles in 3rd still. And managing his tyres well on that Suzuki. Dimpy. 2nd. Again, the time's coming down between him and S-Rom. But could S-Rom now come into the pits? Again, his fuel lights on. And that front right. Well, literally just a bit of white showing. Will he come in the pits? He does. So that's going to give Dimpy the lead. He hasn't gone into his pit box just yet as S-Rob. Now he is. He's now in the pit box. Where's Dimpy? Dimpy's also coming to the pits. Has he made the stop early or has he made it late? Again, this is all down to their strategies of their own. It's great to see different strategies in this game. No person has the same strategy as the other. Fast JMS. Where's he going to come out? Does he come out in front of Dimpy? S-Rob, he's out in front of Fast. C-Mac. See Dimpy taking on a full tank. What's he come out on? He's come out on another fresh set of mediums. So we're 25 laps in. So it's Fat Pickles out in first. But he's got Sanchez chasing him down. And also P. Gibbs there in third. Is he going to start chasing down Sanchez now and try and gain second position before the next round of pit stops for these guys? Infinity James now starting to get on the back of Centino. Again, two different lines going into that corner. Infinity James literally on the back end now, using the slipstream. Centino's going defensive. But Infinity James is still there. He'll jump on board. He does it, he sends it up the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact. Santino just holds on to fourth. We'll go on chase cam now. Obviously, we're on chase cam with Infinity James. Can he get Santino on the back straight? And Infinity James keeping the corners tighter. Does look like Santino's struggling a little bit with grip. He is. Oh, and he's low on fuel. Could this be the overtake now for Infinity James? Thinks about it once. Can he do it twice? Can he send it up the inside? Late brake. No, he has a think about it. Tucks it back in. Does he get the switch back? Oh, side by side. Infinity James gets the better exit. Does he do the job? He's done the job. He's moved up to fourth. Great effort there. Santino's also come in the pits. Fat Pickles out in first. Sanchez. P-Gib also there. All with it just over a second between the three of them. Infinity James out in fourth, 5.5, just over nearly 6 seconds behind. S-Rom, he's out on the hard tyres now. Then we have Fast, still running on the hard tyres. Again, the guys want to run the hard tyres to the maximum they can. Don't have to do minimum 3 laps. C-Mac out in 7th, Dimpy 8th, and Santino behind. Obviously Santino's going to do the 3 laps, and he's also got the 3-second penalty for cutting the pit lane, so that's going to hamper him even more. Going up the field, C-Mac in 7th, S-Rom, oh sorry, Fast JMS, do apologise, in 6th. S-Rom still on, obviously. Is he going to stay out for longer than 3 laps on them hards? Infinity James 4th. P-Gib 3rd. Sanchez 2nd. Again, he's close. He's under a second, half a second with Fat Pickles. Ooh, gets a little bit out of control there. Manages to keep it. P-Gib slightly dropping off the back of Sanchez. And this is a great freeway battle for the front at the moment. So again, Fat Pickles, he's got more fuel, better, just slightly better tyre wear than Sanchez, so he can run for a bit longer. Then we have P-Gib. P-Gib's starting again to close the gap down. So it's to and fro at the moment between these 3 guys at the front. Infinity James still running in 4th, not too far behind though. Then we have S-Rom, Fast JMS, actually done a fantastic job from holding C-Mac off for so long. And then we have Dimpy. And then we have Santino. Is he going to come back in the pits and change them tyres? Nope, he stays out. Obviously he will come in on this lap, I think. But now we have Dimpy chasing down C-Mac and Fast JMS. C-Mac, obviously his fuel lights on. Again, he's drinking the tank dry. Trying to get as much out as he can. Fast JMS, still running on the hards. A few more laps left in him for fuel. And this is another battle. And Dimpy is literally on the back end of C-Mac. Has he got him? 2 beamers. He does. Dimpy does the job. Moves up to 7th. Now he's going to chase down Fast JMS. We'll ride on board with Dimpy actually for a lap round. Oh, and he's literally on the back of Fast JMS already. Side by side. There's Fast. Going down to the start finish straight. Easily done there by Dimpy. Obviously, again, different tyre choices, but Fast isn't giving up. C-Mac's in the pits. Can Fast JMS come back? He runs it a little bit wide. Oh, and Dimpy gets it all out of sorts. We'll jump on board with Fast. Oh, and Dimpy's picked up a half-second penalty for running wide. Duncan, Fast JMS. His fuel lights on. Oh, he's not going to capitalise on that half-second penalty. That's very unlucky. Obviously, he's going to have to pit. Well, he might pit the next lap. We'll see. We'll see how this pans out. I'm not going to leave this battle. Go through the tunnel. Or one of them. Now the penalty line comes up. Obviously, Dimpy's took his penalty. Ash just starts. Creep up slowly. Just can't get nowhere near him. I think Fast is going to come in. No, he's going to stay out. He's not giving up just yet. Careful of that barrier there, Fast JMS. You nearly ran into it. Yeah. Again, some great racing by these guys in Lobby 2. S-Rom's in the pits. And we have Centino in the pits now. So it does look like the pit lane's going to be busy. C-Mac, obviously he's been in the pits. Centino, he's going to fill the tank up. S-Rom, 7th. Fast, 6th. Dimpy, 5th. Vintage James, 4th. Fuel lights on. P-Gabe literally closing up the door on Sanchez. So Sanchez now has got... Oh, Sanchez has come in the pits. And Fat Pickles still out in front at the moment. P-Gib. So it's going to be interesting to see, guys, who your driver of the day is going to be, because there's been some great racing so far. Sanchez obviously still in the pits. Vintage James is in the pits as well. And we have Fast in the pits as also. S-Rom. So, is he going to move up a few places? Possibly well could do. C-Mac, 8th. Centino in 9th. Move up the field again. And everyone's just spaced out at the moment. Sanchez just over a second behind Dimpy. Sanchez on the soft tyre. Dimpy's on the medium. Has Dimpy got a strategy where he's going to use the softs at the last minute? Could be. P-Gib out in second. Tyres are starting to degrade, fuel's starting to deplete. He's closing that gap down to Fat Pickles slightly. It does look like Dimpy's pulling away from Sanchez at the moment. Again, the speed of that Z4 on a straight is quite quick. Move down the field again. See Infinity James in 5th at the moment, doing a fantastic job. S-Rom 6. C-Mac now under fire from Fast JMS. It's the opposite way around now for these two guys. And we have Centino in 9th. Ooh, C-Mac runs it a little bit wide there. As you can see, Fast literally coming down on top of him. And we've only got about 10 laps to go now in this endurance race. Round 3. Fast is on, obviously Fast is on the medium tyres. C-Max on the softs. Round about the same amount of fuel. Look at the lap times as well. Round about the same. Give or take 1 or 2 laps. See, mistakes are made. S-Rom 6. Then we have again Vintage James still holding out in 5th. He's got no one to race with at the moment. Puts a personal best time in. Then we have P. Gibb, Sanchez, Dimpy. 31 seconds behind Fat Pickles. Sanchez now is literally climbing all over the back of Dimpy. One. Now, Fat Pickles, is he going to come into the pits? Obviously, Sanchez is on the softer tyre. Yep, Fat Pickles, he's in the pits. This is going to be an interesting exit for him. Can he get out in front of these guys? He's not in his pit box yet as the guys come down towards the last turn. Sanchez trying to find a way past Dimpy, but now P. Gibbs there. Sanchez is stuck in the middle of these two. Is he going to attack or defend? Does look like he's lost a little bit of time off Dimpy. Trying to defend now. Fat Pickles, where does he come out? Oh, and Dimpy's come in the pits. Dimpy's in the pits. So Fat Pickles has got out in front of everyone. So Sanchez is now second, but he's got P. Gibb literally breathing down his back end. Sanchez puts a purple sector in as well. What can P. Gibb? On better softs. Can he do something about Sanchez? Infinity James is nearly 10 seconds behind these guys. Where's Dimpy? Dimpy's come out in 6th. He's on soft tyres. Has he put enough fuel in? Is this going to make him see to the end? Fast JMS. Got past C-Mac, but C-Mac's got a half-second penalty. So it's all starting to kick off now towards the end of the race. Centino starting to close down. Ooh, bit of a slide there. Santino. Now C-Mac, he's going to take this penalty. That's going to drop him off the back of Fast JMS a little bit more now. It does. So Fast now gets a bit of a break from C-Mac. Dimpy still out in 6. Can he make them softs last? That is the question. S-Rom out in 5th. Vinity James 4th. Personal best sector. P. Gibb still chasing down Sanchez for 2nd place. But P. Gibb's got the better tyre wear and fuel. Fat Pickles out in front. Fantastic job by Fat Pickles, getting that car where he wants it, making the car do the work for him. But this is the battle right now, Sanchez and P. Gibb. The battle's been great so far. Can it continue? That is what we want to see. Doesn't matter where you finish on this race or any race, if you're having a fantastic battle with the guy in front or behind, that's where it's all about. It's not about points or anything, it is about the racing. P. Gibb literally all over the back of Sanchez. It's getting really nail biting stuff between these two guys. But again, it's great racing. It's what we need to see. Going to jump on board with Sanchez. I'm going to look behind. There's P. Gibb. Gets a better exit. Down the back straight. Literally crawling all over the back of Sanchez. Using the slipstream to his advantage. Tries and go. Sanchez is defending. Going down to the last hairpin. Can he do the switchback? B. Gibb. There he goes. Not quite. Just couldn't get it worked. So we're back down the straight. Start finish. Sanchez doesn't know which way to go. He's going to defend really hard. Again, P. Gibb's all over him. P. Gibb goes wide. Chase cam. Round the outside. Can P. Gibb get the switch back? Gets the power down early. Not quite. That Supra just holding its own by Sanchez. But while these are battling, it's going to allow Infinity James to start creeping up behind him if he can. Only about 5 laps left or so. But this is the battle right now. Let's jump back a little bit just to see how anyone else is getting on. Dimpy's out in 6. Fast JMS 7th. Getting chased down again by C-Mac. Santino 9th. Fat Pickles out in front. But no, it's these two guys still. They are not giving up. P. Gibb. Sanchez has gone defensive. He's going to make P. Gibb go the long way around. But can P. Gibb do it again? Can he get the switch back? No, he runs it wide. Gets a better exit and speed. Just not quite there. Fat Pickles also with the fastest lap again. P. Gibb trying his best to get past Sanchez. Outside again, round the first corner. Sanchez defends. Has he got it done? Has P. Gibb he's got the job done? Finally, P. Gibb move up to 2nd place. But Sanchez is still there though. Sanchez is going to fight back. Fat Pickles, you'll be seeing it behind him. Rubbing his hands thinking, if them two keep battling, I can pull the distance further and further. Now P. Gibb slightly pulled away from Sanchez. Absolutely fantastic racing by these two guys. Very clean racing. Clean overtake, the lot. Infinity James 4th. Slowly catching them. S-Rom 5th. Can Dimpy's closing S-Rom down. Can he make up another place and keep his title hopes alive? Again, the Z4 does struggle on 1 or 2 circuits, but in the hands of Dimpy, it's phenomenal. You can give him any car and he'll make use of it. Same as Fat Pickles and some of the rest of the guys like Fast JMS that know how to race. They've done it for a long time. It's great to see the battles going on right down the field as well. Even though there's only 9 guys in tonight, it's been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic racing. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far, because sure as well I am. So we have Santino closing the gap down on C-Mac for 9th into 8th. C-Mac still chasing down Fast JMS in 7th. Dimpy out in 6th. S-Rom up into 5th. 4th is Infinity James. Sanchez 3rd. Again P. Gibb pulling away now from Sanchez. And then we have Fat Pickles out in 1st in the Suzuki. A car few people don't like, but he's making it work. Absolutely loving it, I think he is. P. Gibb. Again, he's getting there. See, Sanchez's tyres are starting to wear now. Same as the fuel. So it's going to be a tricky last 3 laps now. To literally fuel conserve. Save as much fuel as I can. Infinity James in 4th. I'm just going to grab a quick drink, guys. I'll be back. Just get a little bit thirsty doing this job. As we're now on lap 41 of 43. And we'll go to the top now. Fat Pickles. Looks like he's got enough fuel. The tyres are fine. He's keeping that gap between him and P. Gibb. P. Gibb. I think he's going to run the last few laps on that. That's fine. Sanchez. Is he just going to hold station and take 3rd? Infinity James 4th. S-Rom. Oh, his tyres are looking worse for wear again on that Beamer. Some Beamers do have that habit though of eating the front tyres. Dimpy 6. Closing down S-Rom. Can he do it? Can he gain that 5th place? Fast JMS 7th. C-Mac 8th. Literally coming under fire from Santino. C-Mac just needs to hold out as best he can. His tyre wear is failing though, that's the thing. 2 laps to go. Where is Dimpy? 3.5 seconds behind S-Rom. But S-Rom tyres are literally falling apart. Dimpy's much better at the moment. Infinity James. Still out in 4th. Absolutely stellar job. He's been out on his own for most of the race, but give him the credit. It's a solid 4th. Hopefully something goes wrong ahead. He may be able just to take that extra place. Sanchez, 3rd place. P. Gibb, 2nd. Fat Pickles, final lap. Again, he's got no fuel lights on, but he's got enough. Tyre wear, fine. Absolutely fantastic race. I hope you've all enjoyed this racing, because I have. If you do like it, please do like and subscribe. It is much appreciated. And thanks to all the lads in this lobby for putting the logo on the cars. Again, appreciate it. But Fat Pickles now comes down to the final corner. The hairpin. He's got a 5-second lead. Fuel lights flashing. P. Gibbs there. Final bend for Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles is going to bring the win home. And he does, in style. Great racing. 1st place, Fat Pickles. Fantastic race by P. Gibb in 2nd place. 3rd, Sanchez. Fantastic. Finty James. Outstanding race for him in 4th. S-Rom, has he got enough? There's Dimpy. He's just going to squeeze the car out. Bringing it home in 5th is S-Rom. Dimpy with a half-second penalty as well. That's going to be a 2nd in 6th. Fast JMS. Another stellar drive by him. Absolutely fantastic. Again, if you do like what you've seen, who your driver of the day is, please do comment below. And I'll let the guys know over the weekend. So bringing it home in 7th is Fast JMS. C-Mac, fantastic 8th. Last but not least is Centino. Great racing by everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this, guys. I did. And I'll see you for another round next week. Thank you.